Hello, how are you guys doing? This is Laurel with the Dabbling Hook, and it's been a minute. I think it's been almost 2 months since my last video. I feel like I'm doing confession, but life, you know, as usual. So, it's craft fair season. So, I've been trying to prep, and I realized I was putting things away and I haven't shown you guys. So I figured for the things that I haven't totally put away, I figured I'd show you guys what I've been doing. The ones that I can still pull out, there's just a mess. There's always a mess. So before that, hi, how are you guys doing again? Welcome to any new subscribers and shares and other mics. It's the end of the day, just got home from work, and I figured if I get it done now, then I don't have to worry about it, because not this Saturday, but no, not this coming Sunday, but Sunday the 17th is my first craft fair of the season. So, yeah. Did I say welcome? I did. But welcome again to everybody. And thanks for sticking by me, and thanks for hanging on, and I hope you guys had a good summer, because to me it's actually quite muggy out right now. I don't know what temperature it is. It must be like 80 or something, but it's the sun's out. It's definitely like a end of summer kind of sunny out, but it's humid. And I'm not complaining, because you know what that leads to. Fall and cold, and then winter and freezing. So anyway, let's get on with what I'm going to show you. When last we spoke, I went on vacation for 2.5 weeks, and it was hot and humid and sweaty and glorious, and it's the first time in over 20 years that I've taken more than a week off from work, so it was well needed. So that went well, and it was like a mini family reunion vacation, so that was good. So I'm back, and I have, as usual, no organization, so I'm going to pull out my phone and go through my photos to see if I remember the things that I've packed away, and there are things that's still around, so we'll see. So, no order. It could be whips, it could be works in progress, it could be whatever. Works, that's the same. Whips, works in progress. Oh, the mind. Oh, by the way, yeah, menopause is like killing me. The insomnia, the fatigue, all of it. So, the weight gain. Oh well, life. So, I have a pile of finished objects. Some of them that are here, you can see some here. You've seen before. I just pulled them out of where they were, and I need to bag them up to try to get a little bit of a head on craft fair prep, because I usually wait till like the night before and I'm scrambling. So where are we going to start? We're just going to start with what's there, and this will be some of the more recent things I finished. I made when I did the craft fair in the spring, I had made some axolotls, some dinos, bees, and mushrooms. Those are all packed away. Actually, I think I sold a couple of bees. I sold 3 out of 4 axolotls, a couple of mushrooms, so I still have some in storage. I did make some more, but I made 3 more axolotls. This one is bigger than the others because it's the old, I guess, lots of arms, so be forewarned. The old blanket yarn. The newer one is super soft, thinner, and I don't know if that's because of the softness of it, or because I think it's now made in India versus China, but definitely a difference. I used a 7mm hook with this. I had to go down to I think a 5 or 5.5 with this one to get the attention that I wanted. So, but these are all Bernat blanket yarn. Again, the newer, softer ones, so much nicer versus the older one. You can just tell that the texture is different. It's much nicer. And then I bought the gill or fin or whatever it's called. Oh, and pardon the lighting, it's the end of the day and I'm trying to catch the natural light, but so it's gonna go in and out. This is it? I think this is the Michaels yarn. I forget which one. The Home, Chenille Home or something. So that's that I used here. This is Bernat, I think Bernat blanket too. I'm pretty sure I bought these on clearance, so not sure. And then this is all Bernat blanket. I just use white and red, so this looks very holiday-ish, Christmassy. So, oh, this pattern is by Rhonda Butler on YouTube, and hopefully I will put links to everything below. I usually do, but this time I'm discombobulated. So anyway, I prefer hers. They're the ones that are vertical like this. I prefer hers, and it's all no sew. There is no sewing at all, so can't beat that. So these just need to get tagged, price tagged, and put in a storage bag. What else? This, I was watching, oh, I don't know what her name is, the channel name. If I remember and I can find it, I'll put it on the screen. She does a lot of amigurumis. I think she's prepping for her first craft fair, but I'll put it on the screen. But she made this kitty based on somebody else's pattern, and I can't remember that one's name either. But I didn't get the pattern. The pattern's free. You have to, I think, you know, put it in a cart, but it's free. But I didn't get it. I figured I could just wing it. So my ear's a little off. But I just looked at it and made my own based on her pattern. So kitty, and it's in Michael's yarn. I think it's a Chenille Home Slim, or the baby one has a different name, Snuggles. But it's basically the Chenille Home Slim, just the baby colors. But there's that. Okay. From the rest of that yarn, I made the ubiquitous Leggy Froggy. No rhyme or reason to what I'm doing. The rest of the white yarn that I use on the axolotl, I made something else with it. I used it for mushrooms. Lighting. I used it for mushrooms, and then the rest of it I made an octo, and I was trying to make it with the mouth that goes like that, but that's the way it came out. So I was trying to use it up. And then there is a ghost pattern by Rose and Lily here on YouTube. She does Dino pattern. She does the I think the sunflower turtle. So she has a ghost pattern, and I made this one. I made this one first, and I wasn't paying attention, and I totally forgot to put the little arm nubs on the side, so I just decided to kind of make it into a jack type ghost. So it is based on her pattern, but I goofed up. And then the white yarn, I ended up making, one isn't white, but I ended up making mushrooms, and this is a pattern by Oat and Mallow, I think. I will put it down below because I'm not going to remember. But mushrooms, they all have faces. Now I bought this pattern back in May, totally forgot about it, on Etsy, and Kim, hey Kim, the Crafty Nomad, I saw one of her videos where she, I think, had made one of these, and I'm like, oh, I have that pattern, so I finally got around to making it. So the pattern, it's a Spore, Sammy the Spore, or Sammy Spore, and it's one of these pop-up mushroom guys. So I made the red ones, and then I had this blue yarn from the Axolotl, So I decided to do that, and I will fix that later. And then when I first made the pattern, again, wasn't paying attention, and I'm like, huh, that doesn't look like the pattern. Well, this was supposed to be the pop-up part, and for some reason I just ended it and didn't make the rest of it because I wasn't reading the pattern properly, so it just became one of those. And from that pattern in different color yarn, the color, the lighting is going to be terrible. I may have to put on my no, I don't want to put on my my ring light. But anyway, I had some chenille home light from Michael's. Oh, the lighting is terrible. Hold on. Alright, I put on my side light, but that may not because it's glaring me. Ugh. Okay, we're gonna have to deal. But anyway, I use that to make trying to use up yarn, so I made one in this, and then I bought this I guess Red Heart. I didn't know it was a new yarn until after I bought it, and somebody else mentioned it. I think Kim did as well. There's a Speckle Red Heart Super Saver, but they must have gone back to their old manufacturer because goodness gracious, it is rough. It feels just like the old Red Heart. It's terrible. But I bought a blue one that it's somewhere. I put it away. But I made octos for a wholesale order, and then I went back, and even though I knew the blue was rough, I still ended up picking up the pink again, which is why I need to stay out of the yarn aisle at Walmart. But I made a little one in worsted weight and the pink Speckle. Oh, and it's so small that I just made it into a keychain. Just one of those. So those 2, 4, 5 plus, I think I have maybe like 3 or 4 leftovers from that spring show. I'm good on mushrooms. What else? You're seeing this there. I had a little bit of this yarn. I don't remember what I used it for, this one, and I don't even remember what yarn brand it is, but I had a little bit of it there, so I decided to just use it up and make an octo, and I ran out. So I just used some blue, what is that? I think it is not Craft Smart, Joann's brand yarn, and just did that. So it worked out because the colors are close enough. It gives it contrast. So there's that, and I just dropped. So to use up the blue blanket yarn, I made a jumbo. So this is about the regular size and worsted weight that I make, so you can see the difference in the jumbo. Isn't it adorable? But yeah, I just wanted to use up the yarn. I still, I think, have like just a little bit left, and my bucket of scraps is growing yet again, but I figured just to use it up. And this will make, you know, even if somebody doesn't buy it right away, the bigger ones that I've made, I've been lucky enough that they have, most of them have sold, so it'll be a good conversation starter, you know, if you put it in the front of your booth or something nice and big. So there's that. What else? Oh, I made a couple of turtles, or 3, because I think I have 2 left from the fall, from the spring show. So I made 3. This is most of the turtle patterns out there. Always shutting off. Anyway, as I was saying, most of the turtle patterns are very similar out there, but this one is by oh gosh, is it CJ Design? Yay for Yarn? I think it's CJ Design. Again, I will put it down below. But this is hers. No-sew. Yeah, it was a no-sew as well. No, it's not hers. I lied. This is by the friendly Kaylee of the Friendly Red Fox. I like her patterns. So I like the way she did, if you look at the video, the way she attached the neck on this, so yeah. And again, this is in the Michael's yarn. And then this is by, it'll be down below. I don't remember the name, but it's a YouTube video of the land turtle. So these are the sea turtles with the flippers, and then the legs for the land turtle. So this is with the Dollar Tree yarn. I had some leftover, so I was trying to use it up. I actually started another one in the green, but I think I got the head and like two of the legs and the tail, and I ran out. So they're in a bag, just partially made. And then the land turtle again in the Michael's yarn. So, that. Alright, I don't think I'm going to be able to hold all of these up, but we'll try. I had bought the blanket yarn in the sparkle ones. I don't think it's anything special, but I love the color. It was like a highlighter green. So I made gummy bears. There are several patterns on YouTube, the tutorials. Very easy, no sew. Just, you can't beat no sew. So I made these with the blanket yarn, and what I had left over, I forget what I used the initial blanket yarn for, but what I had left over, I just finished it off with a couple of octos, and this one was so small, and I had one eye left, so I just decided to make it like a monsterish type. So that. But I have a whole army of, I made one, actually I think I tried to make 2 of each color. I'm pretty sure I made 2 of these, and it's probably fallen somewhere, but I have that in the blanket yarn. Oh, duh, it's in my hand. So that's the 2. 2 in the red gummies. And then I had leftover Dollar Tree yarn. I forget what I had used it for, but I'm not going to be able to hold it all up. Eek. You won't see the faces, but I had these Dollar Tree yarns. This one is the Michael's yarn. I can't remember if, no, that's the Dollar Tree held double. But these are all Dollar Tree. This is a Michael's. So yeah, these will be my low dollar items for the people who don't want to, who thinks crochet is too expensive. But there's that one. Okay. Whew. What else? Did I say it was hot? Did I mention it's hot? It's very hot. I tried, Lisa of Happy to Hook is making the ruffle hats, and I've seen them before, no interest, and then I looked over my yarn. Every once in a while I look over and I'm like, I still have a lot of yarn that I need to use up. So it's a stash buster with the ruffles, and then I was watching a video where Lisa was talking about the ruffle hats that she was going to make, and I don't think she was saying at the time that she was making one in the Divine hat, but she was just using the Divine hat to talk about her process of making the hat. And I'm like, ooh, I could do a ruffle with the Divine hat. So I did a ruffle with the Divine hat. So I tend to change how I do the ruffle. I think Lisa does, what does she do? She uses half double crochets. 2 rows of half double crochets and 1 row of double crochets, I think is what she said. But anyway, this is some Michael's yarn, speckled, that I've had there for a bit because I got on clearance. So no, this is the Knit Picks tweed. I do have tweed that's from Michael's, but this was Knit Picks. And then I also had, it's like the oatmeal color, and then I also had like this like tealy blue so I use that in the middle, so it just gives this little peekaboo effect. So there's one. Whew. Two, this one's a little smaller. This one is the Michael's yarn in the tweed. Hopefully you can see that. Hopefully I'll be able to brighten it up a little when I edit, but is that, and I did the ruffle a little different. I think I did the first row 3 in each, and then the next 2 rows I did just 2 in each, so it's not as dense. So is that, and then I think I tried it, I think first or second with a baby version. So this is Ella. She used to model for me when I did more baby items, but I haven't done that in a long time, but she's still around. So, and this is some Impeccable, the old, not as soft as it is now, version of Impeccable that I've had for a while. And I've had Amethyst, and I don't remember what the other purple was, but again, I did the 2-tone, you can't even tell, there you go. So you get a little peekaboo action. And I forget what I did. I think I did the, I do the 3 in each. I did the 3, and then 2. So first row 3 in each, second row 3 in each, and the last row just 2 in each. So I change it up every now and then, but this one came out smaller, so it's a child size, I guess. So I have 3 of those. We'll see how they do at the craft fairs. I'll be right back. The thing that's staring me in the face is August calendar cowl for Seta, and yours truly was the featured photo for August, and it was a picture of my 2-button cowl. And you're gonna hear Father Minion coughing. He's caught a cold this weekend. I'm staying far away because I don't want to get it. So as I was saying, I was the photo of the month, and it was my 2-button cowl that I did with a blend of like worsted and what do you call it, and latte, and I think I trimmed it as well in some faux fur, but I wanted to have that latte-ish effect, so I did, and you know I'm doing shawls for every month of the cowl this year, so I've done hats, I've done cowls, what did I do before? Hats, cowls. The first year was all different things that I did, so I think this is year 4, and it's all the shawls, because this is the year of the shawls for me. So I did another, I think for May I did, or June, I did a virus shawl. Well, I decided, why not? It was quick, and I needed to get it done. I actually took it on vacation with me, but I underestimated the yarn I would need, and I ran out before I finished. I had to finish when I got back. So I did a virus shawl. You won't be able to see it all. I will put a picture, but it is latte with over here is the, what did I use it for? July's? I think for July I used the Knit Picks alpaca blend. So the colors I thought were perfect. They were, it's like a subtly grayish green tone to my picture. So and the background was a very green, because I think it picked up, I took the picture outside and it picked up the leaves, but I stuck with the more neutrally colors, and I think it worked out perfectly, and it is lovely. I may end up doing another virus shawl, so 3 for this whole cowl when I do November's or October's or whatever. But the virus shawl is quick enough, and once you get a couple of repeats in, it becomes, you know, memory, and you can always refer back to your previous repeats to figure out where you are. So it's like the perfect on-the-go project. So that's that. What else? This is my no pattern, but knits and pearls, no, random pearls hat. It's your basic beanie, and you just throw in random pearls, but it's becoming not so random. So the first time I put in the pearls, they are put randomly, and then when I come back on the next row, I try to stagger basically where the pearls are, and not just stagger them, but stagger how wide they are. So that does kind of make it random. But this is some, hang on, this is some yarn I've had for a while, and it is, I think it's discontinued. Yeah, it was a limited time only, Natural Marl by Loops and Threads, and it is a wool and acrylic blend. It's 278.8 yards, 5.3 ounces, 150 grams, and it uses a K hook. It's 69 polyester, 22 acrylic, 9 wool, but it's got a huge halo on it, and the colors are very neutrally unassuming, but with personality, and is very fall, but kind of the drier side of fall, not like the burst of color kind of fall. Yeah, but I love how it worked up. But it was a limited time thing, and it's no more. But I love it. Okay. I have a bunch of, hang on. When I said I was packing up stuff for the craft fair, this is just one of 3 of Amigurumi's leftover from last year, and then a bunch of stuff I made for that spring craft fair. A lot sold, but a lot didn't. And then I've just been making, like, you know, Leggy Froggies and all kinds of stuff. So most of this stuff I've shown before, but let's see. I'm just gonna grab a few of them that I may or may not have shown you before. Like this, I think I showed you before, but I just pulled it out of the drawer where it was. The other pattern I've been making, actually I think this is Oak and Marlow? I don't remember. I'll put it down below. But this ubiquitous chicken is everywhere, and it's so easy and so simple. And I have, I think, oh, it just keeps cutting off. But I made it in, I bought this terracotta, pretty sure on clearance. And then, oh, I was showing the octo that I made out of this yarn. I couldn't remember what I had used the yarn for, but I double stranded it and made this one. And I have a bunch of others. I don't remember how many. Oh, let's see if I can find them. I've got a bunch. And there are a few more in different hues. I'm pretty sure I have one in this color, but there's another Leggy Froggy, and I'm pretty sure I have what do you call it? Am I glistening? Probably. But anyway, I'm pretty sure I have a chicken in this as well, and a bunch of Leggy Froggies as well. So, I'm sorry for the rush job, but you know, it is what it is. And what else do I have in here? There's another chicken out of the yarns. Oh yeah, there it is. I knew I had one in there. So yeah, I have a bunch of chickens. I don't know how many. Ooh, I latte'd. I had some leftover yarn and added some latte. There's sparkle in it. It's probably not showing. Oh, there we go. It's sparkly with some latte. So yeah, just trying to use up scraps. Alright, the other thing is I pattern tested for Alyssa of Anaya's Toy Box Crochet, and she has a bundle of animals in clothing, and this is her latest one. It's Catrine. So I I pattern tested for her. So this is it. It just so happened that when I went to do the pattern test, I had this yarn partially used, so I just pulled it and I ended up running out, so I ended up doing her tail in a different color. But this is, I don't even remember, this is one of the Michael's yarn, but this is Knit Picks. The dress was made in Knit Picks, and I'm sweating bullets because it's so warm and the AC is being blocked by that. What was I gonna say? The flower isn't part of it, I just added that. The eyes, so I bought all these eyes. Now this is that sinker eyes, it's the cupcakey looking ones. I bought some off Amazon. I thought it was regular eyes, and when they came I was kind of annoyed that it was my fault, I guess, for not looking carefully, the sinker eyes, but they sent the wrong backing. They sent like flat backings instead of the cup backing. So if anyone knows where I can find just I've been searching high and low and I can't find the backings, the cupped backings for those sinker eyes anywhere. So if anybody knows if I can even find those, otherwise I have a whole ton of these eyes with no backings, proper backings. So when I went to use it, I realized that it was flat, and I bought this like months ago, so I don't think, I didn't even bother, like, you know, reaching out to the seller because they sent the wrong backing. So because it's now like protruding, this is not the eye in the pattern obviously, but I just used some of the chenille yarn to circle it, so I hot glued it around to give her more dimension, so she looked a little, I don't know, emo, gothy, I don't know, but I just needed to hide the eyes because it was poking out. So this is not one that I would, when I do sell it, I would not recommend it for a really young child. But yeah, this is Anaya. I believe the pattern's out there already, so Anaya's pattern, I will put a link to it below. Alright, I will be right back. Okay, I found some more, upside down, Leggy Froggies out of yarn. I bought, this was a jumbo skein of blanket yarn. I think it was the Joann's version that I bought. It was on clearance, so I need to use it up, and this, I was just testing it out to see how it would work out. So I may make another chicken out of that and some more Leggy Froggies, but I've got Leggy Froggies, and I'm not sure if I showed this last time, but this is the mini T-Rex by, I think it's Mary Makes. If it's not, it'll be down below. But I made it out of worsted weight. I didn't bother with the stripes because I didn't want to do color changing and all that, so because I'm lazy like that. I need to make a couple more of these just to have, because they're pretty quick to make, and I'm not going to do the stripe. I'm just going to make it in solid colors. I have a couple of, like, a teal, a neon green, and a bright pink yarn that I may use to just make a bunch of bright ones that stand out. So that's that. Now I think that's it. No, it's not. I made a bunch of my best sellers usually at my craft fairs. My octos, my 2-button cowls, and what else? And my headbands usually. So my 2-button cowls, for the most part, usually my best sellers, but there are some craft fairs where I may sell one and sometimes I just sell out. You never know at the craft fairs. But I bought a bunch of, I use the hometown yarn. That's my preference to make it out of. And I bought a bunch to make it, and I told myself I was going to be ahead and make it ahead of time, and I wasn't doing that, so I told myself to just buckle down and use up all the yarn and just make them. So I think I made about 15-20 of them, and I had like 4 or 5 left from previous craft fairs, so I think I'm well stocked. I will put up some pictures of the ones that I posted that I made, a bunch, but my 2-button cowl in one of the more popular colors, and funny enough, I didn't have any in my stash, so I had to go buy 2 more. So this is one of 2 that I've made, and the rest of it I just end up making headbands. Those go pretty well. And then I had this, what is it called? It was a Hobby Lobby, like, I think one of the first, actually the only clearance that I went to like years ago, and I still had this, and I made something. I started to make something out of it. It was sitting there, and I finally ripped it out, and now I just use it to make a 2-button cowl, and it is just so touchable. And then I have these pretty flowery buttons, all different kinds. I usually put wood buttons on there, but I'm using that. This one will definitely be like a touchy, you know, when I do it with the latte, people are always touching it, so that'll be one of those. And then I had a little left, and I made a headband out of it. I made one headband, and then now I had a little left, and I made a smaller headband, so that's all gone. I think I have like just a little bit left too that'll go in scraps. And oh, I also mixed it with it's a number 6, but it's such a soft number 6 that I held it with latte, and I had a little bit of, it was a partial cake of latte, so I had a little left, and I just made a headband. I still need to put my button on there, but I held it double, so that's how it turned out. And you can see where the color changed, like here. It started with just the yellowish color, and then it changed to that and went into the blue and then the purple. So that's that. And I will put up pictures. I think I've posted like 2 or 3 times of the ones I've made. So right now all of my hometown yarn is used. That's never happened before. The other thing I need to make are my fringe triangle cowl. Those I usually sell like over the season, maybe like 3 or 4 of those, and they go from like 60 bucks and up. So which I was, with the increase in the yarn prices and everything, I think I'm underpricing it, but I'm not even gonna bother changing the prices this year. I'm just gonna leave it as is. So there's that. For vacation, I had brought cotton yarn with me because I was gonna make myself a hat to wear, and I made one. Was it while we were there? I think I started it on the plane, finished it while we were there. I'll put up a picture. I ended up gifting it to my cousin down there on vacation, and then I also did a bucket hat, a granny bucket hat. Let's see. Yep, I'll post that picture as well. I think that is all that I made. Let's see, am I missing anything? Nope, nope. Oh, the wholesale that I did. I'll put up a picture. I think I took a picture of all of it, or most of them. Oh, my battery's about to die. I'll be right back. As I was saying, I will put in a picture of the wholesale order. I don't know if I took the picture of all of them, but I will put in a picture. It's just basically my regular Octo and my Octo 2. And what else? Ooh, I made these frogs. They were from I think they were from a tutorial. If I find the tutorial, I will put it down below. But it was a quick, I think it was a no-sew. No, it wasn't a no-sew. It was a low-sew, as Kim likes to say. You just had to sew the belly patch and the 2 eyes on. But yeah, I will put that up, and I think I'm good. Oh, a hat I was making last year, and I ran out of yarn, and I thought I had more, so I put it aside, and turned out I didn't have any of that color. I had the yarn, but not that color, so I ended up turning the yarn into a big air warmer headband type thing. So I'll put that picture up. And what else? I think that's it. It's a lot of makes, but I think. Yeah. The other thing I'm working on my fall Yarny YouTube pop project. I am so late. I have a feeling I may either be down to the wire or what I wanted to make, there's no way I'm gonna have time because I've been fall prepping and totally forgot. And so I'm working on that, and I'm actually using some stash that I've had, craft sea yarn that I've had for a while, so it'll be good to at least go through that. So I'm working on that. I also have to work on the September project for Setta's Calendar Cowl. I haven't started that yet. The yarn I chose, I don't know if it's going to be enough, and I didn't want to buy yarn because I think only once I've had to buy yarn for that, and I don't want to buy yarn, so I don't know. But I need to make that. And I think I need to finish the fall one first because I have to get the video to Kim before the end of the month, so I feel overwhelmed a bit. My own doing, of course. But the other thing that I am making, I bought this yarn from a local as in from Massachusetts dyer. Like 2-3 years ago I bought the yarn, and it's just been sitting there, and I bought it because I am drawn to color, like saturated, deep jewel tones, bright, colorful color. Muted, understated color has its place, but I like me some color, and I'm like, you know what? I had set the yarn aside to do a top, and knowing me, that'll take forever, so I decided to make a shawl. And you know what? Actually, I'm not going to show you the shawl. Well, no, I guess I have to. I was going to use it for a different project that it wasn't going to show, but I've already posted it on Instagram, so it's not like it's a surprise or that. So the yarn is from Beach Bum Yarn Company, and like I said, I was just drawn to the colors. It's just so saturated, so like, oh my gosh, look at that. This is just not doing it justice. Bad lighting. So there's that. This is color 1. This was called Sleigh Bells? No. Tannenbaum? No. It's a Christmassy themed color. I can't remember. And then it moved into, as you can tell, it goes from the green, and I blended the green with the new color here for a while. And then it moved into, I think this is Tannenbaum. You can see where it pooled a bit. And then, oh, the lighting's not doing it justice, but it's just so gorgeous. And then I am in, I think the bottom one was Sleigh Bell or something. It's a Christmassy theme, and then Tannenbaum obviously is Christmassy theme. Oh, look at those colors, like a riot of, oh. And then I'm just, what do you call that? I'm blending in, there's a term for that, right? When you're putting in the new color, 2 rows of the existing color, and then 2 rows of the new, 2 rows of, until I'm done with until I've used up all the old color. So you can't really tell a difference, but Tannenbaum is here. It's got these bright pinks and neon greens and just neon oranges, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And then you can't really tell, but up here, it's Mikasa Sukasa, I think is the name of the color, but it still has that Christmassy vibe, but it has more of a fall holiday-ish vibe to it. And you can't tell the piss poor lighting, but oh, right there, it has more like a fall-y, orangey, rusty color to it that you can't really tell because they blend so well together, and it's just, oh, it's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And I think I'm gonna keep it for myself, because I think when all is said and done, I will have used, I'm in skein number 3, or hank number 3, and I'm pretty sure I'll need a 4th one, so 4. So no one's gonna want to pay what I'm gonna want to charge. Oh, and it matched the bag by Ash Love Makes, who doesn't make bags anymore, but it just, oh, just absolutely think that's it for now. I've got, what do I have? I want to make a couple dinos, a cow. I was going to try to make some bees, but I don't have gold or yellow blanket or chenille yarn, and I don't want to go buy anymore, so I'm not going to do that. I just may make different colors instead of yellow if I have time. I have about a week and a half left. I was trying to make some pumpkins. That probably won't happen, but a couple of 3 dinos, small dinos, and maybe 1 cow is what I'm going to try. I did make one for the spring, and that sold. That was one of the first things that sold, so we shall see. Those are the things that I want to make. I had started on some notes. Let's see. The granny bag I made for the summer hop. Love it. I took it on vacation with me. Used it the whole time I was there. The only thing is I used the cotton polyester blend from Michael's, and I wish I had used just regular all cotton because it pilled. Can you see that? It's not gonna show, but it pilled so bad. Like where it rubbed against you, it just, look at that. You see that? It pilled, and I was so bummed. It makes it look like a year old, that it's been used for a year instead of like, you know, not even a whole month. And then I washed it. It didn't wear well, let me say that. So I wish I had used just cotton or a different type of cotton instead of the cotton blend. But I think that's it for now. Yeah, that's it. If I have time when I'm editing, because this has been stopping on me a lot, so I'll have to splice a whole lot together. I will try to add a few pictures from vacation. If not, it was a good vacation. I'm back. No. But I'm looking forward to fall fairs. I have 3 this month. It should have been 2, but one of them, because of the way the month fell, instead, it's usually the first weekend in October, but now it's the end of September. So I have nothing in October, which will give me a chance to, unless something comes up that I can't resist, it'll just give me a chance to catch up on if I need to replenish anything. And then I have 1 in November and 2 in December. Well, 1 right now in December, potentially another one. I don't know if they're still doing it, but if they are, it's right in my town. It's very close by. It's free, so it's always a good time. But that is all for now. I hope you guys are doing well. Are you guys doing any fairs? I know, Lisa, you're doing fairs. Kim, I still have to work on my Amigurumi Make 9. I have 2 left, but I don't have time. I need to do it before. I was hoping to be done, but that's not going to be any time right now. But I hope you guys are doing well. If you have craft fairs, good luck. Summer's ending. I know Allie of Little Drops of Wonderful is looking forward to fall. I'm not. Yeah, we're polar opposites with our weather preferences. She despises the summer and I despise the fall, winter. Fall is great for colors, that's all. But I'm gonna go. I will talk to you guys later and have a good one. Hopefully this wasn't too bad lighting, too rushed. I just wanted to show everything because I'm chucking everything in bags as I'm trying to prepare myself so I don't wait last minute, and I'm not planning on taking them out again, so I'll talk to you guys later. Hopefully another video in October when I don't have craft fairs. I'll have the time. But okay, enough chatting. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.